Oh my God, the power's out. We're free! So one day, right in the middle of lunch, the cafeteria lights just go out. Dark. Full blackout. But not the whole school, just the cafeteria. At first, everybody thought it was a joke, a drill, or a prank. Then 30 seconds pass, then a minute, and it's still dark. People start looking around. They don't see the staff. There's been no announcements. Like the lunch ladies, they left the room. Somebody yells, "We're free!" And that's all it takes. A senior runs to the lunch line and jumps over the counter, lands right next to the nacho station. And there it is, sprawled across, tons of different food items that the lunch ladies use. Two other kids join him. One grabs a pair of gloves, the other grabs tongs. And before anybody knows it, these kids are serving lunch. But like lunch of their own creation. All right, next in line, what toppings do you want? I can put cheese on anything. Nachos, pretzels, pizza. And it's chaos, but it's organized chaos. One kid's collecting tips on a lunch tray. They're even announcing random today-only deals. 5 chicken nuggets and a chocolate milk for 2 mechanical pencils. People are hyped. One kid yells, "This is the best lunch ever!" But then all of a sudden, the lights come back on. And standing right at the door, the principal, and 2 of the vice principals, and one extremely angry lunch lady. The kids freeze, one of the seniors mid-cheese scoop. But then you know what happens? Nothing. They don't get suspended, they don't get written up. The principal just stares at them for a second and says, "Was it at least sanitary, you guys? We used gloves." Clean up, go to class. Everyone gets sent to class, the cafeteria shut down for the rest of the day while they clean up, and that was that. I think the principal thought this was awesome, and the legend of that day was permanent. People still call that group the Lunch Crew, and apparently one of them runs his own restaurant now. Crazy things that happened at school. This person said that during their senior year of high school, someone took a massive dump in one of the girls' bathrooms. And by massive, I mean people said it was inhuman how large this poop was. Well, when the first kids saw this, they were amazed. Oh my God. Well, word spread pretty quickly. And within no time, the entire school was made aware of this behemoth dump. And more than 50 students began skipping class to witness this incredible sight. Literally, they were lining up outside this bathroom, taking pictures with it. Oh my God, that's crazy. One kid was even genius enough to start charging admission to see the poop. Head on in. Hold on, you're next, don't worry. $5? Guys, it's $5 to see the poop. If you don't have it, please get out of the line. It's actually beautiful. I know. Mrs. Stevens?
Shh, don't tell the principal.
A plumber was then called and the poop was removed. People still talk about that day. The day someone's monster poop managed to bring a smile to the entire school. This school sold popcorn every Friday. Plain, no butter, no seasoning, just small, sad bags for $1. Well, one day, this kid Tyler shows up with a frickin' plan. He brings a small lunchbox to lunch, and inside, dozens of mini popcorn seasoning shakers. Ranch, nacho cheese, cinnamon sugar, literally anything. Hey, yo, can I use that, man? Totally, homie. $0.25 per shake. Now, at first, people thought this was kind of ridiculous. $0.25 for 1 shake of popcorn seasoning? But once people started trying it, it was game frickin' over. He would stand on top of the lunch tables, shaking seasonings into people's popcorn bags while kids are sliding and throwing him quarters. It was kind of bussin'. And Tyler wouldn't just stop there. If somebody was broke, he would say, "I season it for you now, you bring me $0.25 tomorrow. Or else, I'm writing your name down. I don't forget." By the end of the month, all the popcorn was seasoned to perfection thanks to Tyler. One day, Tyler's counting out $20 in quarters when the principal comes up to him and says, "We do not run seasoning businesses in this lunchroom. You're done." And he was shut down. You gotta respect the hustle, though. Shut it down. We can't. There's a wait list. At this one high school, there was this one kid that never taught, like ever. Nobody even really knew his name. But one Monday, he walked into the cafeteria with a massive backpack. Everyone was very curious, like, what the heck is in there, man? He sat down and he pulled out a full-size blender, a jug of orange juice, and some frozen fruit. He plugged it into an outlet and... Everyone was staring. This kid's making a frickin' smoothie? And lunch? He poured that smoothie into a cup and handed it to the kid next to him. For me? Okay. Yo, that's good. Just handed the kid a smoothie without saying anything. The next day he did the same thing, brought the blender in, made smoothies, but this time he handed 3 cups out to people. And again, every student loved them. Day after that, 5 cups. It's like he was testing the clientele to see what they liked. Well, by Friday, he had a handwritten sign that he put in front of this lunch table. Smoothies, $2. Mango, pineapple, or strawberry banana. And the wild part was he was good. Frozen fruit was packed in dry ice. The straws were pre-torn so we could just pop them in there. And he had a punch card system. Buy 5, get 1 free. At first, the teachers didn't really notice. He was blending during the loud parts of lunch. He even had a kid from drama club doing the marketing. Attention everybody, everybody. There are smoothies at table 20. Go get yours now. This all started crumbling down when kids stopped waiting in line for lunch. And they began waiting in line for these dang smoothies. What in the world is going on over there? Some kid's got a blender and he's making smoothies and people are paying for him, man. I don't know. Well, shut it down. I can't, man. There's a wait list. Mrs. Johnson's in line. I'm so excited for my smoothie. Principal didn't care. He came over and took the blender. Unplugged it. He was shut down. But was he? That kid missed school the next day. But then he came back with a battery-powered blender. He didn't need to plug it in anymore. During lunch that day, the principal and the school police liaison came and got him. They brought him to the office, and everybody thought he was done for. But then the next day, he came back with a new and improved sign. Smoothies, $2. Mango, pineapple, or a strawberry banana. Now approved by school. Turns out him and the principal made a deal. Okay, fine, you can sell them at lunch, but you have to also sell them at every single school event this year, and we take a 5% cut. The money you make during lunch, that's yours, though. Deal? By the end of the year, that kid earned enough money to buy a used car. He was the silent smoothie slinger. You gotta respect the hustle. Is that Miss Carter's voice? Oh my god, her mic is still on. One time, this teacher left the room to take a quick phone call, but she forgot that her microphone was on, and the entire class heard everything. So this teacher had one of those little mics that would clip to your shirt and connect to some speakers in the classroom because her voice was naturally very quiet. She gets a phone call, so she steps out into the hallway. She shuts the door behind her, and then suddenly, no, because I'm not doing this again, Brian. It blasts through the classroom like an announcement. Everyone just goes dead silent. You said you were going to handle the wedding invites, and now I'm the bad guy? She was pacing the hallway, full-on arguing with this Brian guy, but the room could hear every single word through the speakers. I don't care if your mom doesn't like it, she's not the one getting married, Brian. Someone in the back whispered, Brian is so done for, man. The teacher then walks back in, and the class is just sitting there silently staring at the speakers. Did you guys hear all that? Yeah. Oh, okay. She turned bright red, turned off her mic, and went back to teaching like nothing happened. And here's the part that I'm sure some of you are wondering. The engagement was called off a couple months later. This mom is the worst. When this girl was in 7th grade, she was spending the night at one of her friends' houses. Well, it was time for bed, and they were in her room. No, I think he likes you. Yeah, right. Her friend's mom then comes in to say goodnight. All right, girls, time for bed. Lights off. The mom then closes the door and then deadbolts it from the outside so the 2 girls couldn't sneak out. Well, a few hours later, this girl woke up and she had to pee. She tried to leave the room and... Come on. Kayla. What? The stupid lock. I have to pee and I can't leave the room. Can you hold it in? No, I'm gonna pee my pants. Fine. Her friend then grabbed a wire clothes hanger from her closet, and they managed to unlock the door from the outside. Of course, the mom heard that. Finally, what do you think you're doing, huh? Huh? There's a lock there for a reason. I just had to pee so bad. I don't care. Get out of my house right now. Mom, please. Shut up. But Miss Stevens, I live 20 minutes away. My parents were sleeping. You can walk. In kindergarten, it was right before recess, and the teacher said, all right, class, you're only allowed to go outside if you can tell me a word that begins with the letter E. Steven, we're going to start with you. Okay, letter E. I. No, that's wrong, Steven. No, it's not. I starts with the letter E. No, I starts with the letter I. No, I, like an I, starts with the letter E. Wrong. Think of a new word. No, miss, do you even know how to spell it? I. E-Y-E. I. Oh, excuse me? First of all, you're wrong. Second of all, you're talking back to me. You're not allowed to go outside for recess today. And now, you have to go to the principal's office. So you're all just gonna roast me? It's called growth, sweetie. This one mom had a rule for birthdays. No cake, no presents, not until after the truth session. Every year, the birthday kid had to sit in the middle of the living room, while each family member, siblings, parents, sometimes even grandma, went around and shared one thing they did not like about the birthday kid. You interrupt too much. You always finish the milk and leave the carton in the fridge. I hate you, grandson. It was a roast, but it wasn't funny. One year, this kid Daniel, he turned 11. He walked into the living room already nervous. All right, let's begin. First up was his little sister. You yelled at me when I was on your Minecraft world. Then his mom. You've gotten lazy with your posture this year. Then Dad. You've been selfish lately, son. Just think about that. Daniel's eyes start to water. Oh no, don't cry. This is to help you, not to hurt you. You may have your cake now. Go. And he barely touched the cake. The next year, Daniel pretended to be sick on his birthday to try to get out of this whole thing. But the mom just moved the truth session to his room, and they did it bedside. They said it was character building. He said it was the worst tradition of his life. Her teacher took her inhaler. This girl had asthma. She kept her inhaler in her hoodie pocket always. Well, one day a teacher sees her pull it out and goes, "Put that away, no distractions." "But it's my inhaler." "Then use it before or after class." "Give me it." Takes the inhaler. She sits there, silent. 2 minutes later, she starts wheezing. It gets worse. She's having trouble breathing now. Yo, she can't breathe. Very funny. Cut it out. She thinks she's faking it. Now the girl's on the floor. She's shaking and she can't breathe at all. Teacher still thinks she's faking it. Somebody runs to the hallway and grabs another teacher. Teacher comes in, takes one look and yells, "Where's her inhaler?" Kid points to the desk. "But she's faking it, right?" "Give me that. Here." She uses it. Finally, some relief. The principal gets called. That first teacher was essentially suspended for a week. She had mandatory training, and she never lived it down, to the point where she didn't come back to teach the next year. Yeah, who in the world would do this? Craziest things kids did in school. At one high school, there was an English teacher that couldn't see very well at all. So one student decided to test just how blind their teacher was. He was sitting at his desk on the right side of the classroom. He managed to shuffle himself and his desk to the back of the classroom and over to the left, so he was right by the window. He then quietly opened the window and climbed out. He then scaled down the building, walked over to a back entrance of the school, and went in. He walked upstairs to the classroom that he was just in, knocked on the door, and said, "Sorry I'm late, everybody. I'm here now. So sorry." "All right, well, try not to be late next time, okay? Grab your seat." And he sat back down in the desk he was just in before he climbed out the window. He had no idea.